Hey, I'm Tiffany.
And I'm Serena.
And you're listening to
Girl Next Door.
We're your favorite neighbors, bringing real talk, good vibes, and all the cozy feels right to your ears.
Whether we're talking life, love, family, or what just happened yesterday, we're keeping it honest and a little bit loud.
That's right. So get comfy because Girl Next Door has a lot to say. Hey, everyone, and welcome to our first episode of Girl Next Door. We are super excited that you all have tuned in today. We have been planning this for years, and I mean years.
Yeah.
I mean, it didn't start off as a podcast, but it kind of evolved into one.
Don't go there.
We'll dive into that a little later.
Yes, but Tiffany is right. Listen, God gave us this vision back in 2013, but he has confirmed over and over again that now is the time. In fact, almost like a slight rebuke, like you all need to get started. And so that's what we have done. And I'm so grateful that you all have tuned in to this first episode and that you are committed. I hope you're committed to being on this journey. You know they committed. You know
y'all gonna be committed.
Yes, stay committed. Listen, because you don't want to miss what we believe God has entrusted us to share with you all. We just want to tell you a little bit about ourselves. There'll be more about that later, how the journey came about, what was the purpose behind Girl Next Door, what we hope to deliver to you in the coming weeks and the coming months. But today, we just want to give you a quick snippet about who we are. So for myself, as I've already said, my name is Serena. I am married. I've been married for almost 17 years. I believe this year makes 17 years. Yes, I can't believe it. That is just crazy to even hear. But 17 years. We have 3 little ones. We have a 7-year-old, a 6-year-old, and a 1-year-old. And listen, y'all, we are knee deep in it right now. If the Lord just calls you to my name to come across your mind, just pray for us, okay? Pray for us, Serena and Keith and those kids. It is a lot, but we love them. They bring so much joy to our lives. So that's where we're at right now with them. We have, my husband is a senior pastor here of a church in the Tampa Bay area. And so there's a lot of duties attached to my life as a result of that. First lady duties, as they would call it. We have the kids, we have the church, we have our personal jobs. And then there's also projects that God entrusts in our hands, like Girl Next Door, and also writing. I've been very blessed to be able to write 3 books over the past few years, one of which was a children's board book. So I'm so grateful for those opportunities. And like I said, there's going to be more to come. I'm a native of Lakeland. Which you'll hear me shout out Polk County often. Please don't hate if you have any Polk County hate. This is not the space for it. But listen, you will hear me shout that out. But like I said, you're going to hear more about us. I'm going to let Tiffany give a snippet about herself, but you'll know more about us in the months to come.
That's great, Bran.
Yeah.
That was great. As you all know, my name is Tiffany Edwards. I am also a wife and a mother. I've been married for, this year will be 24 years. I met my husband on USF campus and we dated for a while, then we got married and the rest is history. We have 2 beautiful daughters. One is 16, the other is 19. And this is her first year, my 19-year-old, this is her first year in college. So that has been a new experience for us, having our first child go away to college. Lots of ups and downs, but a consistent, grateful for the opportunity. A lot of growth has happened on both ends as parents and as a daughter. She has grown tremendously. So we're so proud of her. And our youngest is going to be trailing right behind her. So I remember when we were in Serena's stage of like having children and running around and going to dance practice. So now I'm in the season of almost empty nesters. I don't know how to feel about that. I'm a little excited because there are a lot of things me and my husband want to do, but I love my girls. I am like, we are the 4 of us, like we are tight. So it's new territory, but we're finding our way through. Beyond family, I am a screenwriter. I love storytelling. I love creating stories. I love bringing my stories to life and seeing it on the screen. It's nothing like it. So that's what I do. I work full time, but outside of that, I'm writing. I have currently finished a new project that I'm looking to produce on my own and have distributed so it can be out on different platforms. Before then, I've been able to I produced my first movie back in 2017, The Green Grass. And then I was able to sell one of my scripts, and it
Wow.
was produced, and that was entitled A Taste of Betrayal. Both of those movies are out. Tubi, Amazon Prime, you can look that up. But this is a passion project that I just finished, and I'm excited to have a table read, so I'm probably gonna call you
What?
for the table read because I need a group of people to chime in and give
Yeah.
feedback and all the good stuff, and from there, like, move forward,
Yeah.
as I mentioned, with production and distribution and all the good things. So
That's
that's a little
exciting.
I know I'm
Yeah,
excited.
that's
I'm
I'm proud of
excited.
you. I'm
I'm
proud of you.
excited. I
Yeah.
started out independently and kinda got off of that train just so that I can learn more about the industry, and I got my first project produced by another production company, which was
Mhm.
exciting, but my passion is to do it myself.
Yeah.
So now I'm back in the thick of things and
Yeah.
starting from scratch. So I'm excited about what will come from this new passion project.
Hey, man, I'm excited too. I'm excited for you. I know
Thank
it's
you,
gonna be
friend.
great. Listen, um, as we said, you're gonna learn more about
Yeah.
us. Although the podcast is not about us,
No.
you're just gonna come to know us throughout these months. We hope to give you honest conversations. We hope to open ourselves up. We hope to be vulnerable.
Yes.
We want to invite you into a safe space where you can feel seen, you can feel heard, you can feel like, you know what, I can relate to those girls. I may
Yeah.
not do the things that they do, I may not look the way they look, I may not have the life experiences, but there's something that's there that I can connect to.
That's right.
We know that this was not our idea. This was God's idea.
Yes.
You've heard all that Tiffany has assigned to her hands. You've heard some of the things that I have assigned to my hands. So this is truly a godsend. Girl Next Door is a godsend. We
Yes.
would not have our hands to this work if God had not instructed us to do so. So we're so excited. If you're a mother that's in the thick of it, or if you're preparing to get the kids out of the house and
Yeah.
enjoy all this quiet. Listen, y'all, Tiffany house so quiet. I really want to move in. I want to move in. I do.
We got a room.
They do. I know.
Yeah.
I'm tempted. I'm
Yeah.
tempted. But no matter where you're at in life, or you've already been through all of these stages. Maybe
Yeah.
you're in the season of life where you're just saying, "Hey, I'm coasting. I've done all of that," but you still can pull something from this. So lock in, stay tuned, follow us on any social media platform you can find us on.
That's right.
Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. It doesn't matter. Just plug in because I promise you that God is going to do something in your life as a result of this
Yes.
podcast. So thank you for tuning in. We want to give y'all a backstory of how Girl Next Door came about,
Mhm.
the name, this podcast, all of that. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna be kind because
Yeah,
that's
be
what the Lord
kind.
wants us to do.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna let Tiffany go and tell you her version,
My truth
and
is
then
my truth.
and then we'll jump into the truth.
Oh, no, well, no, first we will start with the truth, and then we'll jump into the exaggeration of her side.
All right.
But, as she mentioned earlier, it was 2013.
Yes.
Well, actually, it may have been before that. It was
Could
when
have
you
been.
all joined, the church. We started going to the same church.
Was it that soon? Are you talking about how we met, or are you giving them the backstory?
Well, how we met plays
Should we tell them
into
that first?
should we? Do y'all yeah, they wanna know.
Yeah, let's tell them how we met. Actually, that's a funnier version. So
Yeah,
go
that's
ahead,
it.
speak
Yeah.
your truth,
So we
friend.
met and she, I was already a member of the church. Her and Keith, her husband, they
Mhm.
joined the church. Y'all were not married at that time. I
No,
think y'all were
you
boyfriend,
have to put
girlfriend.
our business
Hey,
out
I'm just
there. No,
putting it out. The people want to know. Y'all say y'all want to know.
yeah,
I'm gonna
this
give
is
y'all
true. No,
information.
we were living in sin. We were
No,
shacking,
but no,
as the
y'all.
saints say.
I ain't even say all that.
Yeah, this is true, but I'm just gonna put it out there. Go
Okay,
ahead.
let's stop.
Confession is good for the
No,
soul.
let's
Go ahead.
stop.
Go ahead.
What is this? Oh my
Tell the
God.
saints. Tell the saints.
Okay,
How we
okay.
met at the same church.
And so we were going to the same church.
Yes.
They became members, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, new members. So
Yeah.
let me show myself friendly." So she was a little standoffish.
Here we go.
She didn't want to talk. She didn't want to meet and greet. She didn't want to show you be nice to the neighbor. She didn't want to do none of that
The
stuff.
lies.
So I left it alone. Not really, but I could tell like she was just a little apprehensive, right? So we said our hellos and our goodbyes and the pleasantries and all that good stuff. And you reminded me that you had to reach out to me for something regarding church.
Something we were working on.
We were
yeah.
working on something.
I actually feel like you were doing a play for the church.
Okay.
And I was in it. I remember that. I don't know if you remember the first play we did in Lutz, but yeah, I think that was what it was.
Okay.
I'm
Okay.
not sure.
Well, there was a reason. We were working
Mhm.
on something in the church, so
Yeah.
she had to reach out to me, and from that point, our conversations continued to
Mhm.
grow. I mean, the sisterhood was birthed in that
Yeah.
moment.
Yeah.
Just throughout those months and months of conversing and
Mhm.
all of the good stuff, and we would just get into deep,
Yeah.
authentic conversations,
Mhm.
encouraging one another, laughing, because that is my love language. I
Yeah.
love to laugh. And she was just as goofy as me, and the laughter was just beyond. And that connected us as well. And through all of that, vulnerabilities were
Mhm.
released. Like I would share things with her, she would
Mhm.
share things
Mhm.
with me. Like I said, encouragement. And then one day she brought to, the table, "Hey, what if we should do something, like, maybe write a book?" I feel like it was a journal, like, we
Yeah.
should like, create a journal and
Mm.
call it A Girl Next Door, and I'm like, "Oh my gosh, this is
Yeah.
an amazing title, let's do it." Like,
Mhm.
so that was back in 2013
Yeah.
where
Yeah.
we started talking about A Girl Next Door and creating some type of encouraging journal for women and
Mhm.
girls like us that are just like regular
Yeah.
human beings, and you just find, common ground and
Yeah.
sisterhood and just vulnerability in
Yeah.
those modes, right? So said let's do it. So 2013 happened, then
Yeah.
2014. Now, at the time, I had 2 little ones. She had no
Yeah.
kids
Yeah.
at the time.
Yeah.
Um, year after year after year, and granted, we would come to the table and
We
would
would
talk
try.
about, yeah, we
We
would
would try.
try,
We would try,
but it was
Lord.
just so much going on. Like,
Yeah.
during that time, I was actually writing stage plays
Yeah.
and doing stage
You got
plays.
really busy.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
got busy with that.
Still win.
She started writing books
Mhm.
and really diving into that.
Yeah. Photography.
Photography, oh my
Yeah.
gosh, I forgot about
Yeah.
that.
I know.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. It
totally.
got busy.
We were busy.
Yeah.
So again, we would come and we would meet up and we would talk about, yes, and then it would just kind of fall flat.
Yeah.
Which brings us to what was it, 2020, was
4?
it 23? Because I
Oh.
feel like we talked about it once in
Oh,
2023.
yes. Yes. 2023.
Yep,
Yes.
and then we
Mhm.
came back and talked about it
You
again in
came over
20.
to the house.
Yep, we
We were
even
serious. We
we were
had our little
serious. We
notebooks,
had
y'all.
notes, we had all of the
I
things.
still don't know what that notebook
It
at.
fell flat, fell flat. 2024, she came and she said, "Hey, we have to do it. If we don't do it now, we'll never do it."
Yeah.
And this time, instead of a journal, because I was
Here
gung
here
ho,
we go, here
I
we
was
go.
gung ho about the journal.
Here we go.
Okay.
Oh god.
Instead of the journal, I
Yeah.
was thinking that we could do a podcast. I said, "A podcast? I don't want to do no
You don't know
podcast.
nothing about no
I don't know
podcast.
nothing about no podcast. Are you kidding me? I don't want to be on camera." Like,
Yeah, here
the
we are.
person that acts and
Yeah, yeah,
creates
yeah.
and
She giving all this.
girl, I gave her all the excuses. Please, no, I
Yeah.
gave all the excuses, and she's
Yeah.
like, "But Tiffany, this is the time that we're in,"
Yeah.
which is true,
Yeah.
and it only made sense.
Right.
So, 2024, we started planning. We created benchmarks. We
Mhm.
created complete dates
Yeah.
by, we did all of the things, and we have really been holding each other accountable.
Yeah.
And here we are today. So it's literally, this is not oh, we just woke up this
Yeah.
morning and said
Yeah.
let's do it.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
has been a long time
Yeah.
coming.
Long time.
We're basically taking our conversations, because me and this girl here,
Yeah.
she knows all my secrets. I am
And vice
100%
versa.
vulnerable with her.
Yeah.
She can laugh at me, because there have been times I've been crying my eyes out, and she presses the mute button and she
It's
laughs,
not
which is
true.
no, that is very true. You have come, you came out and
Can
shared
I
that with me.
confess that?
Thanks
Okay.
for your honesty. But in that, we laugh together and we encourage one
Yeah.
another, and she has really just been a solid and consistent friend in my life for the last umpteen years.
Mm.
So we're basically taking our relationship and
Yeah.
how we have maneuvered through the highs and the lows,
Mm.
and we're just bringing it to camera. Because I can talk to this girl. We may not talk for a month or
Right.
2 months. We get on the phone
Yeah.
and we catch up, and we could be on the phone for 2.5 hours. And even when we were talking consistently,
Yeah.
because she's in another season, she
Yeah.
has 3
Yeah.
little kids. So I have to give her space for that,
Yeah.
right? So, but back before the kids, we were still talking 2 or
Yeah, we're
3
still
hours,
talking
you
to
know.
we still do it
We
now when we
yeah.
do get a chance, but yeah.
So it's just
Yeah.
a great relationship, and I'm so grateful for her being in my life,
Mhm.
and we are just at a season where we are open to share
Yeah.
how God has used our relationship
Mm.
and how he's using, each both of us to encourage and push us through the seasons that we've been in our life. And we just want to share that with you all.
Yeah.